The building is on fire, fire. What's up, guys? Fancepants here with another plugin tutorial. Um, Today we're going to do Essentials X. I'll let you know how to configure it. We'll go through some stuff, but I'm not going to go through how exactly to put it in the plugins folder, the reboot the server. You can find that in another tutorial. I might do something like that later, but not now. Okay. All right. So Essentials X has a lot of tools that every Minecraft player needs. Anything that's really annoying to deal with in Minecraft, it kind of has a fix for, so you don't have to worry about it, and the commands aren't ridiculously long in length. Like, say, if you're, far away from your house, you can set, your home, and you can teleport right to it instead of being a million blocks away, dying, and never finding your home ever, ever, ever again. So it takes out the stuff annoying vanilla Minecraft puts in. Okay, so yeah, so this is a basic plugin that everybody should actually have on their servers because it does so much, and it's really kind of just out the box. It kind of works automatically. But if you wanted to configure it to some special things, you can definitely do that. This is just doing the Essentials X. I'm not doing the Essentials chat because I don't need it. We've got our own chat system, so it's just going to be a tutorial on the basic plugin. Okay, so let's get started. So in your plugins folder, you're going to see the config file, which is the config.yml, which is this big chunky man right here. Um, right here, you can change the operator color. So if you have ops people on your server, just go ahead and change the color to what you want it to be. This way, people know who the heck is in charge, uh, so they won't have to ask or anything like that. Nickname prefix, if you guys wanted to do a /nick, uh, fancy poots. There you go. You can do that, and it would have like a little symbol next to it, just so you can tell it's a person's nickname and not their IGN. But I suggest you keep it at about 15. Don't do anything more than that because it just gets excessive, especially when you're in like slash, not slash, if when you're in tab, it just looks a little weird. So yeah, I would suggest keep it like that. So also, there is a way, so if you guys want to vanish yourself and check on somebody, you can actually do that. Basically, snoop around on somebody. You just do /vanish. It makes you invisible, and you want to keep keep the nameplates to hidden, so nobody can tell that you're actually snooping in on them. And your particles, these little particles, they won't show up, so they won't know anybody's around them, and you're just yeah. And you should be vanished from the list and tab as well. So to unvanish, just vanish again, and boom, you're there. All right. Teleport safety, that's something that's probably really needed. I suggest setting it to true. Um, this, if someone sets their home in lava by accident or something like that, you don't want them, spawning in lava. So that's not fun. So what it does is it tries to find the nearest safe location next to that spot and just puts them there. So I say keep that on true and just leave it there. But if you are like like an unruly owner, you can you can change it to false. um, there's also a teleport cooldown. I know some people like to have it to where it takes about 5 seconds before someone actually teleports. I suggest having that in effect because if you have a big server and you have so many people teleporting to different worlds, it starts to lag the server and it just becomes a pain in the butt. With the 5 seconds wait time, it kind of gives that little bit of leeway. So it's a whole lot better. Even when they're at the location, you can also set an invulnerability. So when they are at the new location. Someone can't just chop, 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 stab them in the face, um, and they can be invulnerable for about 5 seconds or whatever you want to do. Um, Remove effects on heal. So if you have such like plugins like a disease plugin or something like that, or if you don't want people to remove potion effects um, when they get splashed or whatever, you set that to false. This way it doesn't clear itself. They have to kind of wait it out. I think some PvP servers kind of use that. And as I said, if you have a disease plugin, sometimes you want to shut that off too, so they don't kind of just get rid of the effects of a disease. But that can be in a different plugin we talk about. There's also an item spawn blacklist. So when your operators or people who have the permission spawn it, it prevents them from like slash give slash item. So I can give myself slash give fancy pants. Let's go with what woulda. Okay, so wood. So it gives you a stack of 64 wood, and you can do this with basically anybody with their IGN. But yeah, if it's on a blacklist, no go. Nobody can do it except the operator though, because that's kind of like the operator thing. Ward on smite. There's a command called slash smite. If someone's annoying you, just slash smite them. It shocks them with lightning. It's very handy when someone. It's very handy just to get somebody's attention, of course, not to ever injure them. Another awesome thing that Essential has is you can actually send mail to people. So just even slash mail send. Let's send myself. Hello, you. And it sends you the mail. And you can do slash mail read, and there we go. You can read it, clear it. This is oh, what am I doing? Real slash mail here. Um, So this is good for like when people are offline on the server and they want to just kind of communicate with each other, send them little messages. RP messages would be good. We kind of used it for like warnings and stuff. So like if someone did something bad, um, we sent them a little warning message. What's good about it is that it does let them know every few seconds. Well, not every few seconds. Every what like we have it on 240 seconds, so they're notified that they have a new mail, so they can't kind of really avoid it. They have to kind of read it. Some people do 60 seconds, which I think is way annoying. So definitely, definitely up that one. Um, Disabled commands, that's something that's kind of dictated by you. If you don't want people to use slash back or anything like that, definitely put this in here. All you have to do is make sure it's spaced twice, and then boom. Take this thing out. There we go. And then they won't be able to do those two. We'll just put this here, because if they can't do that, they would be angry. Okay. Slash clear is a great command too. It allows you to clear your whole inventory. You can also do slash clear and then someone's name, or you can just, do the whole server and just mess up everybody. And clear everybody's inventory, but that's kind of up to you and how your server functions. Social spy is something that is definitely needed by your moderators. Social spy. So what it does is if someone puts in these commands, like whispering, mailing, or whatever, it'll let you know what they're sending, what they're replying with, so what they're whispering to each other. This way you can keep an eye on what's kind of going on the server in case someone's saying some bad bad things that they should not be saying. You can kind of catch it. It's kind of like to protect people. So, but do not abuse it. Don't be using it to like snoop in on people's convos because that is not polite. Etiquette and stuff. Use your head because you have one. um, uh, world changing fly reset. Essentials has it to where you can do your slash fly. So turn it on and off. There's also slash fly speed, which is wonderful. So you can go to like super slow to super fast to super slow to super fast, which is actually really useful. Your builders would love that. The different game modes slash GM1 is your creative, GM2 is your adventure, GM3 is is your spectator mode, which a lot of people like to use that. And yeah, so GM1 again. There we go. I'm in the ground. Okay, it's okay. There we go. Whew. Okay. Yeah, so those are actually really good to have. There also is slash back in case if you want to enable this on your server, do slash back. It'll take you to your previously previous location, which mine is my build plot. Welcome to the build plot. We're gonna get back out of here. Yay. Okay, we're back. um, there's also some weird, funny things like um, kitty cannon, which kind of just it like tosses a cat out and it makes it explode. So it's great for scaring the heck out of people. But there's kind of a little bit of silly commands on there that you guys will see and kind of decide if you want to keep it or keep it not. It's up to you. These are all the commands that every player can do. If you don't want them to do a command, definitely, either do that to kind of get rid of it, or you just go ahead and remove it completely. This way they can't do any of that. Normally they have a kind of like a default list already up that you don't really need to mess with, but in case you want to adapt that, you can definitely do that. Um, and kind of go from there. You can also do kit customizations, but I'm not going to get into that because kits are just, maybe we can look at that later. Enabled signs with essentials, you can actually do signs, which if you click on them, they can do certain things. Let me see if I can do. Da, 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 da. So like if you want to do a disposal sign, which is like a trash can, you just do disposal, boop. And then when they open it up, it's trash can, put the junk in, and bam, no sloppy mess on your server. I enabled that for everybody just so everybody can just, have a personal trash can and they're not cluttering my server with all the crap in their inventory. And if they don't use a disposal, you can fine them or something. I don't know. Clean up your trash. All right, next, you've got your normal warps. So warps are extremely important, especially if you want to allow people to go to certain places. You can do set warp. Let's this place. There we go. And then I can go home and do slash warp this place, and it takes me to that exact location. If you want to delete the warp, you can do it like that. And if you want everybody to see the kind of warp list of what the heck is there, oops, wrong button. What is on the list? Dang it. Stop it. Oh no, sorry. It's warps. Ha! Special. There you go. And there's all the warps that are on the list for people to kind of go to. But if they have the permission, they can only see the ones they have the permissions to go to. So if you have like 20 million warps and you only give your players like 2 permissions for it, for 2 warps, they're only going to see that on the warp list. They're not going to see all your secret stuff. Just let you know. You can keep it secret. Keep it safe. um, What's great about Essentials 2 is it's got an actual economy plugin with it, so you don't have to worry about too much, getting an economy plugin. But if you want to go outside of the box and outside of the normal and kind of figure your economy the way you want to, you can do that. But Essentials kind of helps you out with that. There's slash balance. It tells you how much money you have. And if you want to give yourself money, you can definitely do that. Where is it? Wait, hold on. Money, give. Oh, someone has to be online. Should be like Fancepants 100. Can I do that? No. Need somebody else online so I can go ahead and just send it to them. But nobody here is here, so yeah. You can do slash ball top to see who's at the top with their money spending. Looks like Starship is on top of that. But you can also set up signs which kind of sell items to the player. So you can sell them for like a certain amount of cents. They can buy them, etc., etc. To set the worth of something, like if I want to sell this, say this coarse stir is this is going to be a penny. You just set worth, and then can we do 0.00? Nope, 0.01. There we go. So we set this to a penny. I think you can. Yep. And then if you hit slash worth, it tells you how much you can sell this for. A penny. So it's pretty cool because you don't have to go into the plugin to configure it. It can just be like that. So yeah, I suggest using that just so it's kind of easier. You don't have to go back and forth, back and forth. But if you want to, to each their own. But yeah, the economy plugin's pretty good. It's kind of basic, but I mean, you know, it's definitely worth it. Freaking bats, go away. What else? Okay, yeah, going back to the config. Um, the backups, you don't need to touch anything about the backups. It's basically how long you want the server to back up. Normally just leave it at the default because it's fine. Per warp permission is something, this is what we talked about with the warps. I would set that to true just so they don't have access to all of the warps and you can only give them access to a couple of them or ones they should have access to. And that should be in the permissions list, and I'll go ahead and link a permissions list below. This way you guys have access to it and you can find out what permission is what, okay? But this is actually a good thing to know about slash list. If people want to know who is online, they do slash list, and you can see the owners. I have it to where it's like owners, admins, moderators, helper, lore team, builder. Because sometimes people ask questions to someone who's like a builder who has no idea about stuff and does, who who has no permission to like answer that type of question. So this way, if they do slash list, they know who the admin is in case something's like wrong or whatever. They can go ahead and message them. So it's great to have. You can add a new group if you want, um, like peasants. If you would do it in your peasants group. So I think I had that before. But you also can have players that are kind of ungrouped that are just, normal players. I have them just as the little star category. So, um, let's see what else is next. AFK. AFK is a big thing. A lot of people don't like to have people AFK on the server, and if they are AFK on the server, they need to be timed out. So this is your auto AFK. Lets basically people know that you are AFK, and it can announce to global that, hey, you are AFK, and when someone whispers you are AFK. This way they don't sit there and expect you to answer. But yeah, it also has an auto kick. I raise mine to 1200 just because a lot of people just, you go and get a drink of water and it takes longer than like 2 seconds. So it's not fun to come back and keep getting AFK, AFK, AFK. It's just really annoying, annoying. But you can also freeze them in place if you want to. Kind of up to you how you want to manage your AFK, and also you can add them to an AFK list. This way, as I said, people know who the heck is AFK. And your users can just do slash AFK. And if you move or type in chat, it undoes your AFK, which is definitely beneficial because you can see who is back and whatnot. So I don't have to tell you guys that. um, this is something you guys might want to allow silent join and quit for your admins or your owners. If people constantly message you, or like as soon as you get on they're like spam messaging you. A lot of people like to have this silent join, silent quit. This way they cannot see when you come in. It also helps when admins or mods come in and they need to kind of vanish and see somebody, what they're doing. They can do that and people won't know that the admin or mod is on. um Scrolling down. This is just, you can read the green. It's just like per no God in what world. There is a slash God command. So nothing can touch you, nothing can harm you in any way. This is not a command normal users have access to. You'll have to give them permission if you want them to have it, but that kind of defeats the purpose of all of Minecraft. Only time I used it was when I was like in a dangerous place watching people um, do their thing and I didn't want to die. But that's about it. It's a tree command. You can just make a tree. I don't know why you need an actual tree command, but whatever. Um, It's like little Easter eggs. You don't need to worry about that. Da-da. There's also a message of the day. So if you want to add, when they come in, you're like, welcome to such and such server. Have a wonderful day or something like that. That you can do it. And you can also set a delay because sometimes when you log in, you get so much spam and chat and stuff, and it might take a few seconds before you to actually load in, especially if you have a potato computer, um, which most of you guys do. I've been there before. Uh, so you might want to set a delay a little bit. So I mean, even if it's just like 10 seconds, like it's it's just easier on people so they can see kind of what's going on. Um, what's good about Essential is it has a TPA. So if you want to teleport to people, you can do slash TPA space and then their IGN, and it'll tell you like they can request to go to somebody, and if the somebody does slash TPA accept, that means that they can go ahead and accept the teleportation and then go to that person. So I suggest keeping the teleport accept there because sometimes there's people on the server that they don't want to teleport to them. Uh, Either they're like getting harassed or whatever, or just not a friend is a frenemy, so they can go ahead and deny it. So it's just something nice to have. And if you want the players to be able to get to each other instead of going to like a warp, I'd suggest using that. I don't really see any harm in it unless it's like an RP server or something that you don't want them to kind of get to each other right away. What else? Or I can go down to homes. Okay. So this is another thing. You can set multiple homes. I have these kind of listed. So you can do a permission based home. So like, let's say you have the normal users on your server, you want them to have 3 homes. So they would be the default. And then you have the VIP people who've been there for like forever and a day. And their VIP status, you want them to have 5 homes. All you need to do is type in essentials.sethome.multiple dot and whatever the group name is. So like dot VIP. This way they'll have the 5 homes that they need. And you can keep on creating new ones to go up to um, silver. Oh wait, lowercase. Silver 25, like that. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. I used to sell. I don't know if you can do it anymore. I used to sell like an iron package where they would have 6 homes in it, and it would come with kind of little keys and goodies and stuff like that. So, but I think nowadays you can't really do it. It has to be like server wide. But just look into the TOS for Minecraft nowadays because that thing just keeps on changing. Um, this is a if you go spawn if no home. So like if they don't have any home set, they just join the server. And they're like da 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 da, and they freaking die. They'll get teleported to spawn instead of instead of just like being in the middle of freaking nowhere. So it's a little bit of a safer spot for them because some people do that. I logged into servers and got murdered before, so so it's kind of a good thing to have for everybody. This is the economy. You can actually set your starting balance, how much people when they get to your server, what they log in with. You don't have to have a dollar sign. You can change it to like a different symbol or whatever, kind of whatever you sort of want. Um, Currencies, a symbol suffix. So like um, it'll appear at the end of the amount rather than at the start. So it'll be like $1,000 instead of dollar sign 1,000. Kind of up to you how you want to do that. Minimum money, it's normally set to this 001, but I don't think that you need that. So I do 0.01, which is a penny or whatever you call your money in your economy. But yeah, I think that's a better amount. Let's see. This show zero, but ball top. You might want to change it to false because there's a lot of people who on your server, if they have like $0 or like the base minimum, it's a lot of people. And in the about top list, like you can go to a couple different pages. So I think it's like about top 3, 4. Look at the ridiculousness. Okay, I don't have 6. Okay. Wait, do I have 5? 5? Yep, 5. There you go. So it's just a lot of pages, and the more people you have, it's kind of hard to find people if they're at $0 and stuff. So um, the slash help permission, which is basically slash this. It tells you what a what plugins you have, how to get to it. So slash help luck perm, slash help votifier, etc., etc. And this is Essentials chat. I don't want to go through this too much because it's kind of just how you want to set it up. And I don't have this on my server enabled at all because I don't need to. But you can set the radius and all these little prefixes and placeholders right here you can use. So you can have just the person's nickname showing up when they send a message, or what group they're in, what prefix they're in, when they send the message and it shows up. So it kind of depends on how you want to configure that. If you need help with that, just let me know. I will definitely help you because I'm just a nice person like that. Um, What else? Oh, slash shout. I don't know if you guys ever used slash shout before. It just does kind of like a little broadcast thing. Yeah, don't leave that as persistent, but that basically says to the whole server. So don't want to allow people too much access to that. This is just Essentials X, the protection of it. What you want and don't want. So like if you want the creeper explosion to be false, you can change it to false or change it to true. It's kind of up to you. It just kind of modifies what what they do. So if you set it to true, it'll disable the behavior. So if you set this to true, that means the creeper explosion will not happen. Um, the same thing with the creeper block damage. It will not happen. I suggest the block damage one for people who have like servers that are kind of, built and like RP servers, so they're not blowing up half the server with the creepers. So, uh, excuse me. Um, Bed explosion. So when you're in the Nether and you put the bed down and people mine like that, it's useful, but it's annoying because you go into the Nether and you see all these freaking holes everywhere. You can turn that off if you want. So a lot of customization, a lot of things like that. Same thing with spawning. Hell, you can make your server not have any creepers, not have any skeletons, just like be all nice and hunky dory and stuff. Or you can just, have everyone be on. It's kind of kind of up to you. I vote for disabling creepers everywhere because I hate them with a burning passion. um, um, okay, so should yeah, arrow damage be okay? So like projectiles, you can disable all type of damage. So like lightning damage. I like to not have lightning damage, but we currently have it on because getting struck by lightning when you're like half in your house is not fun. Um, but once again, that is up to you. You can also disable weather, like the storms, since sometimes they're pretty loud or it's not really doesn't give a good atmosphere. You can go ahead and disable that. The anti-build is basically kind of like a protection sort of thing. Some people try to log in and then start putting like TNT everywhere if they can get their little hands on it, and then when they place it, you can actually tell who's placing it or where it's being placed. This way, you can kind of take care of it before. It's kind of why I probably maybe would disable TNT explosions. Same thing with pistons. Like you can turn that on or off, but if you have sketchy people doing sketchy things, you can do a lot with pistons. So just be careful of that. Essential spawn. So this is something that you definitely want to um, implement that I think. So when new people, brand new people, never been on your server, come to your server, it'll say, "Welcome, so and so, Fancy Pants, to the server," and it'll spawn them in a special spawn point if you set it correctly. So the spawn point's called newbies. I will. This is where our newbies spawn. So to set the spawn, you do set spawn, and it's newbies. Is it newbies? Newbies. There we go. So anytime a newbie joins, they're gonna spawn right here, right here. And you can also make different groups. So like if you want your, I don't know, your different race type of people to spawn in a different part of the world all the time when they're new or something. I don't know, something like that. I normally use it for a tutorial, so people can just come right here and yeah, just kind of start off there. But once again, this is only for brand new people who log into the server, so definitely think about setting up a tutorial so things don't go out of whack and people don't know rules. Um, yeah, okay, so that's basically kind of like the end of this file. There's a lot of kind of configurations you can do. Let me see what else we have. Da, 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 da. Body move. You can set up kits for your server. So there is a kits file, kit.yml, where you can set, if you want them to have a starter kit, like right here, or if you want them to kind of just have a color kit, like a written book with the colors in it. Fireworks set. I really like the fireworks set because it's just easier for people to get fireworks and do fireworks instead of manually creating them. So it's kind of up to you with the kits. Let's see. Teleport random is another one. There is a teleport random location, so you can avoid these specific biomes, like the ocean, so they don't get to teleport directly into the freaking ocean, which sounds great. And then there's also a worth.yml file, which basically is, as we said in game, it's what things are worth. And you can even set that in game, or you can go to this config file and just go ahead and put how much everything is. You don't have to put a dollar sign or whatever. Just put 2.0, 200.0, whatever. But that is basically essentials. If you guys have any questions on kind of how to operate any additional commands, how commands work, how permissions work, let me know. Best permission plugin I would say is get Luck Perms. Luck Perms is fantastic. I've never had a problem with it. It's always done its job. It's been easy to follow, especially for my admins and my moderators. And yeah, so I suggest Luck Perms. And yeah, so if you guys have a plugin suggestion of anything you want me to do, just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And thanks for watching.